Hello, everyone. This is another market moment with Randy Williams Gurian. Hey, thanks for tuning in today. It's been a real struggle in the markets. Just the news has been super negative. We've got a war going on with Russia and Ukraine. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And we've got, so it's really raised the fear that on the NASDAQ and across the market on the US financial markets. Oil prices have spiked and inflation fears are way up. And so now we've got, a lot of things to consider that Mr. Market didn't have to think about. And so I think what's going to play out here, and of course I could be completely wrong, so I want to put that in, is that the market has tested the bottom 2 or 3 times here. I think we're in the process of bottoming on the NASDAQ. Again, I could be wrong, but I think that the news, hopefully, about the war will get less bad over time. And the NASDAQ is wound up pretty tight. We've got the VIX above 30, so we've got a lot of spring in there if things can get less bad in terms of the news. I also think that when people really look at where the value is in the market, they're going to come back and buy the large cap tech names. They don't have really any pricing pressure. They're not that impacted by inflation. They have tons of cash, and I think they'll continue to do well. I think there are other areas in the market that are more challenging to understand and figure out. But if the Fed raises rates, that should be good for the money center banks. But inflation, on the other hand, is not great for the money center banks. So we've got a lot of inflation in the system, and we've got to try and figure out if we can slow that down. I think bringing the money supply, bringing the supply chain back up completely will help a lot. I also think that oil prices will come down, and when they come down, that will help inflation quite a bit. So we've got to get some positive news on inflation, maybe less negative news, let's call it. And I think that would help turn the markets around as well. So anyway, I know it's been a struggle. It's been a rough start to the year. We have to remember where we came from, though. We've had 3 really good years in the equity market, so we were due for, a pretty significant pullback. And again, the bottoming process, when you have a war going on, it's a lot more challenging to figure out. And I could be wrong. We might be going into an earnings recession type thing, but I don't see it. I don't see it yet anyway. I think as long as earnings don't disintegrate, and maybe they will, but I don't see it yet. And a lot of the economists on Wall Street are not predicting a recession in the United States, far from it. So if that's the case, I think we get a very nice turnaround. On the NASDAQ, I can't say it's going to come tomorrow, or I guess that's Saturday. I can't say it's going to come next week or next, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but it's going to come. I think it will come before a bear market comes. And that's what you want to know. That's exactly what you want to know in this kind of market. So hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you very much.